What's going on, everybody? It's FC, and I suck at Gears of War 3. So Gears of War 3, the beta came out last night for all the people that pre-ordered, or if you had a beta code. I was lucky enough that one of my buddies, who I'm going to give a shout out to now, Eyeour, was cool enough to hand me one of his beta codes, and I was able to download the game and put a lot of good time into it. Just so you guys know, I suck at this game. I've never played, well, I can't say that I've never played Gears of War, but I've played Gears of War, I actually played Gears of War 2 once. It was like 10 minutes of Horde mode, and that's the only time I've ever played Gears of War, ever. So, going into Gears of War 3, I am a noob. And with that, you're probably going to see a lot of me screwing up in this match and me making myself look like a fool. It's my second match that I played for the beta, but it's my first full-length match that I could say that I got, because the first match that I actually played was against some bots, and I was not able to get a full-length match, I could say. It was just kind of like a half match, so I didn't get a good gameplay, good footage for you guys, and I wanted to get something good. So this is actually my second match, first full-length match, and this is something cool that I kind of want to start for the channel. It's kind of like a series on getting better at Gears of War by your guys' help. I guess I want you guys to help me progress in this game, and as I say that, this guy makes me his bitch and uses me as the human shield, but if you guys could help me become a better player, that would be awesome. I would take like your guys' suggestions, and I'll post gameplays so you can kind of see my progression and see me improving, and you guys could give a hand to a Gears of War noob like myself, because all honesty, guys, I suck at this game horribly bad, man. It's not even funny how bad it is that I play this game. But yeah, it would be awesome if you guys could help me out and kind of give me some tips and strategies and tactics and all that fun stuff in regards to getting better at this game, because it's a challenge. I love the fact that I'm not as good at this game as I am in other games, and the fact that it's a challenge right now to get kills and be successful at this game. I mean, my friend Eyeour, the one that gave me the code, he's a monster at this game, and he's really good. So I kind of like want to get as good as him, but I know it's gonna take time, and it's gonna be like a new learning process. I need to learn how to walk before I can run, of course, and maybe you guys can go ahead and help me out, give me some tips, leaving them in the comments, and maybe I could play with a couple of you guys that do have the beta that can give me some sort of tips for just improving my game all around. I know some basics, I guess, from just watching people play. I've picked up on some basic tactics, I guess you can call them, that most people use, which is use your assault rifle, or use a lancer or retro lancer from a distance, and then anytime you're going to get into close quarter combat, you want to pull out your shotgun and use that. So I'm getting that part of the deal done, but I guess you could say I'm not as smooth as some of these guys in regards to how they move around the map. I still struggle a little bit with the controls. It's a little bit different for me, because I'm coming from a different background game. I'm not used to seeing the over-the-shoulder camera work. I'm not used to the rolling. I'm not used to like the wall bounces and stuff like that, or get into the walls for cover. So I'm a little bit of a noob when it comes to that, and just kind of I'm a little bit clunky when it comes to the movement of my character. But if you guys have some tips in regards to how you should move around or how you should navigate the map, that would be awesome, because I think this is a game where strategy is big in it, and if you have a really good strategy, you're probably going to be pretty successful. A couple things that I've actually learned from playing, I mean, this was my second match, but I've actually already put in a good 5 to 6 hours into the to the beta already. And a couple things that I guess I've picked up from my friends and other players is first off, I didn't know what active reloading was. So I was a noob when it first started. I was just kind of hit the right bumper and kind of wait for it to reload. But I didn't know that there was a trick to giving, like, I guess my understanding is if you hit it correctly right on the sweet spot of the reload, you actually get like a power up for your weapon, and it makes the weapon better. So yeah, I didn't know that. So I finally figured that out, and I was able to kind of implement that into my gameplay. Another thing that I guess I learned was kind of rolling better and not rolling towards people. I guess that's a big mistake, is rolling towards people, because that kind of gives them an upper hand. So you always want to roll away and kind of just roll from side to side and not really towards people or behind you. So I'm trying to kind of get my defensive gameplay going a little bit. I find myself learning on the go, because I've learned not to go against people, like 2 people at once, because I'm probably gonna get murdered. So I've decided to run from most gunfights if I see more than one person. Just kind of using your environment to your advantage, stuff like that. I kind of have been learning on the way. And and power weapons, because I didn't know about the power weapons until somebody told me that there's power weapons on the field, and those are the ones that you want to go for. So that's pretty cool. And learning the power weapons is definitely a plus. I know some of the spots already on some of the other maps. But yeah, so if you guys have some tactics or anything like that, if you guys want to help me out, that would be great. Moving on to the actual gameplay, the game is awesome. The game is beautiful. It's hard to think of this game as a beta right now, because it looks so polished and it feels kind of polished. Now, this is coming from somebody that's never played Gears, so I don't know what kind of quality or criteria I could put it up against with the other Gears of War games that have come out. But with this game, to me, it looks beautiful. This map that we're playing on, that I believe is called Old Town, is a really good looking map. It's probably the best looking map in the game. The environments just look awesome. Everything's just really good looking and very clean. The controls, to me, are fine. It's just my mistakes that kind of make it clunky for me. But in regards to the controls, they're very responsive. The weapons are awesome, because there's recoil and you just can't spray and hold the trigger down on one target. You kind of have to aim and burst fire. So that's pretty cool. It adds a sense of realism to the game. If you guys are Gears of War noobs like myself and you don't know the rules, this match that I'm playing is actually a team deathmatch, and it's basically like the same team deathmatch that you would find in other games, but there's a respawn number. You guys have a certain number of respawns. I believe you start off with 15 respawns for the team, and you're going to see them in the top left of my screen right now. You're going to see that it says 15 and 11. That's the number of respawns your team has available to them before you hit your final respawn, which is 5. So basically you have 20 lives in total. You have 15 to start, and then once those 15 are gone, you have a final 5 left. And if you deplete all 20 respawns, you win the round, and it's the first to 2 rounds. It's best out of 3, I should say. So best out of 3 wins the match, and you move on. But yeah, so it's a little bit different than most team deathmatch you would get used to, but it has the same concept. There is another game, like a little, I guess, game type that they brought out today with the beta for the public, which was King of the Hill, and that one's a little bit harder, I guess you could say. I guess the better players were on there today, so I wasn't too sure, but it's a little bit harder. The games are a lot longer. Essentially, it's kind of like a one flag domination. You have one spot, you try to control it for as much as possible, and then once that one finishes, it moves to a different spot in the map, and you have to go control the points. So the points end up changing, but it's real fun if you have a full party and you guys can pretty much do your setups and control the area. So it's pretty fun. Like I said, the game is a good change of pace. It's a good change of pace from all the other people that have been playing other games. Don't want to name any big games, but the one big game that everybody plays. It's a good change of pace. The one thing I love about this game, and it is bloody as hell. Man, do they have some blood in this game, and the gore and everything. It's pretty ridiculous. I mean, you could shotgun somebody in the head and their head falls off. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty gruesome in regards to that. And you could actually charge at people with the Retro Lancer, which has like a kind of like a sword or a bayonet. It's kind of like a bayonet, I guess you could call it, at the end of the Lancer. And you can just charge people, and it kind of gores them and picks them up in the sky, and they just kind of slide down and they kill them. So it's pretty cool. You have executions, which I believe one's gonna come up at the end of this match. You see somebody just get executed pretty bad, and it's pretty fun. The game is just so awesome, though. It's a good change of pace. I am becoming a fan, and here's the execution. Watch. He ripped his arm off and starts beating him with it. So it's pretty gruesome. Hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay. Please leave any tips or any type of strategies you guys can give me out on the comments. I would really appreciate it, guys. And if you guys want to see more Gears of War, and you guys want me to kind of do that progression series about me improving as a Gears of War player, go ahead and leave a comment saying yes or no. And hope you guys enjoyed it. My final score was a whopping 5 and 3, so at least I went positive. And till next time, guys. Later.